Sorors, can we talk about those registration fees? Soror Valerie Hollingsworth-Baker, candidate for International Grand Basilisk, has a plan to take down those fees. Check out this video and see what she has to say about it on this segment of Campaign Conversations, a living room chat with Valerie Hollingsworth-Baker. So we're back talking about Valerie's initiatives and what she plans on doing when she becomes the International President of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. So one of the chief priorities, or I should say chief concerns of the sisterhood, is registrations for our conferences. And you have an initiative called Rollback Registration. Can we talk about that for a second?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because I believe that that's very important to the sisterhood. We have major conferences, every year, not even every other year. You have your state meetings, your regional conferences. You have your leadership, Zoll leadership conferences. You have your boulets, and now we're getting ready to have Centennial. We are spending a lot of money to go to these conferences. And, I do understand that as the years go on, expenses go up. So we're not gonna get $99 all the those times are gone. But what I believe what we need to do, especially when it comes time for Centennial, because the costs are quite high with registration costs for Centennial, and then of course we have Boulay on the same year in the same week, and they're discussing having Boulay as a separate registration to a separate registration from Centennial, and then you have another event in January. That's costing a lot of money, and I've noticed and been as I travel around the country, I've heard that it's forcing sorors to their options are few, so they're going to make a choice. Well, I want to go to Centennial, but I can't afford Boulay. I want to go in January, but maybe I can't go in June. So we have to try to make it more affordable, and that's where the rollback comes in. Not just for Centennial, but for registrations in general for conferences. Now, what I see here is that we can have like a Chinese menu, as I would call it. Why don't we have different levels of registration? You can have the full-blown registration for those that want to have everything. That's from soup to nuts. They can have the meals, they can have the events, they can have everything, the gifts, the bag. Then maybe you have some that just want to have the business, so they're only going to go with the business of the organization and just for the meetings. You can pick and choose which event you want to go to, so you don't have to go to all, and that may be a little bit better in terms of you giving them options. And of course we need to also investigate more sponsorship so we can underwrite a lot of our events and programs, which would bring the cost down.
That sounds great to me, because as a member who just celebrated her 27th year in Zeta, I've seen the prices go up, and things go up, just as you said. So we understand that. And depending upon which part of the country you're in, things are going to be more expensive. So for me, coming up to New Orleans this coming July, I'm not going to be in the delegation seat. So yes, I want to attend certain business sessions. I might not need to attend every meal and so forth. So I'd like to be able to just attend to make sure that I get my souvenir bag. I need my bag. I need my bag. Okay. And then some of my other materials, which might be able to be accessed electronically, and I'm fine with that.
I think it's a good idea, because when you pay your registration to go to these things, you're paying for the whole package, whether you want the whole package or not. Because maybe I don't want to go to the luncheon, or maybe I don't want to go to the Z-Hope dinner. Maybe I just want to take care of business and that's it. So let me pay for what I plan to participate in. So I think that's a good idea. But since we're talking about money, Centennial, Boulay, 2020, same year. Is there going to be a combination package? Because right now the talk is Centennial will be celebrated at a different time than Boulay. And Centennial being celebrated in June. A lot of our sorors are educators. They're still in the classroom. I don't know.
So we're going to talk about that in the next segment because
Okay.
that's a hot button topic.
Yes.